Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another Probots cast. I chuckled a bit at the start already because we have got the ever so known MicroMachine taking on Sharkbot, who just said panic mode activated. So it's a full-on picnic over at Sharkbot's side of the base, apparently. So yeah, we've got some more bot action. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit derpy, seeing as how when I only have opportunity to cast every now and then when I'm busy, it's like I hope it really delivers. And so I'm excited to cast Sharkbot here, as I don't believe I've ever cast this bot. And yeah, Protoss bot clearly fully panicking. The way that it's microing its probes, maybe it is panicking a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, taking on MicroMachine, and it is good to be back commentating. I've still been doing tournaments and stuff, but working beyond full time, so I've been very busy. Yeah, really glad whenever I can cast some Starcraft though. So yeah, make sure to leave a like on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I promise I won't ever leave you high and dry too long. I love casting these bot games, and then of course tournament VODs and stuff will still be going up on the channel. So leave a like, let me know that you guys still enjoy this content. And subscribe if you aren't. Hit that bell icon, join the bell gang. Sharkbot scouting out. I feel like if there's ever been a bot that is acceptable to use the phrase sharking around, it is with Sharkbot. So scouting out, checking out, making sure that there's nothing crazy going on. That's one thing that I find that must be really interesting to approach as far as a bot programmer goes. Because if you think about it, it's like, okay, I'm going to program my bot to scout, to check out what's out there. But then you have to think about, how am I going to program a response to every little thing like that? We have MicroMachine coming out with a Reaper already, actually tosses down a grenade, interesting placement. Kills off this probe that was going to build a pylon. Presumably Sharkbot's getting a little bit aggro this game. There is currently a Zealot moving out on the map, but oh, this is rotten luck here for Sharkbot. Second probe it sent out, going to be found by MicroMachine's Reaper. The Zealot's crossing the map. There's another probe being sent out, but losing 2 probes already to the Reaper does hurt. Stalkers are just being rallied across the map. The Sharkbot seems to be doing a fairly straightforward cheese. MicroMachine, on the other hand, going for its expand build. No bunker yet though. If this was a pro match, I'd be saying, why hasn't this pro player built a bunker? Because right now there's going to be a Zealot showing up on MicroMachine's side of the map. There is another gateway going up for Sharkbot. This is just a full-blown cheese, as that Marine just gets sliced and diced into pieces. Yeah, this is not looking too good for MicroMachine already. That being said, this has got to be a lot of damage done by Sharkbot. I mean, usually whenever I'm casting, I avoid saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna get so much damage done. That's pretty obvious, but in this case, like, this is just full-blown cheese going down from Sharkbot, and if MicroMachine survives this, or if MicroMachine just doesn't take too much damage, it's gonna be real rough for Sharkbot, because MicroMachine is a rather good macro bot, and of course is set up to be in a rather good economic position moving forward in this game. It can absorb quite a few losses from this cheese. This one Marine is going to be in trouble as the Stalkers are starting to chase it. A tank is now out for MicroMachine, responding to this cheese. Interestingly enough, MicroMachine sieges the tank right away, just right next to that factory, just to lock this position down. As, yeah, that's probably honestly for the best. You do not want to lose this tank accidentally if you are MicroMachine. If you are MicroMachine, I say, how's that? Because being a Starcraft bot would certainly be interesting. The question is, will MicroMachine lose this command center, this orbital command? It looks like that it will. That's going to be a very rough start here for MicroMachine. The great success by Sharkbot. Now, I personally haven't cast Sharkbot before, so I don't know how much depth there is to this bot. There could be very little, and that the bot basically has to win off of one base, and that it's got no follow-up to this cheese. That's a distinct possibility. So as we see Sharkbot breaking down this wall, heading in with the Stalkers, we're going to be seeing MicroMachine, obviously Micro against this. There is the tank that's set up. It's going to start getting shots off. Great position. Sharkbot says invisible men are good as it's scouting close, presumably researching on this tech lab. The siege tank, however, does go down. There was an attempted repair by MicroMachine, but not in time. Now, this is very problematic for the Terran bot, as the Cyclone locks onto another Stalker. It doesn't get a kill. The Marauders are doing a good job microing against this, but if you're a human player right now, this is the point which you pull all the SCVs and try and drive your enemy back. There is a chance MicroMachine's just going to hold out for a Banshee with the Cloak. That could potentially also drive these Stalkers out, but of course it's going to depend how MicroMachine will micro that as well. These Stalkers in the base against sharkbot, we're seeing a bit of an odd dance by the units. So far, the MicroMachine is taking a decent number of losses. That Banshee is about halfway done. It seems that in cases like this, Banshees just take forever to build. Cyclone locked onto a Zealot there, interestingly enough. The Zealot was microed back, however. Cyclone gonna lock onto that Zealot again and kill it off. At this point, though, there's no mining for MicroMachine. This is one broke bot right now. Looks like this Banshee is about to get out. It should be perfect timing for the Cloak and the Banshee popping out. That is an interesting timing for this bot. And now the Cloak Banshee is out. It can start driving away these Stalkers. It, however, does have a rather short timer to push these back. As we see, this Banshee is going to run out of Cloak Juice soon enough, but it looks like this should be enough to clean this up. The Concussive Shell Marauders doing work there, and MicroMachine will hold on. But it's not going to be so straightforward for MicroMachine in this situation, as there's an Oracle now crossing the map. Thank gosh that Cyclone is still alive for MicroMachine, but I'm quite concerned here, as it's not like sharkbot isn't just one of those bots which just knows one build. We're seeing an Oracle transition, a Nexus go up. I don't believe I've cast sharkbot before. But yeah, showing us some depth. We see the Cyclone for MicroMachine will reposition, lock onto that Oracle. If it can kill it off, that would be a huge victory. And we see sharkbot say, did you see the new patch notes? I don't know if that's triggered by air units or by the Oracle there. Who knows, but yeah. This is looking kind of rough for MicroMachine, but of course the bot is not out. If it loses this starport, that's going to be a big sad. Come on, MicroMachine, go repair that starport. She burning. No, it's going to build a depot right next to it. That's interesting. The bot not repairing that. Looks like the Oracle for Sharkbot is being microed rather interestingly. Will show up, kill one SCV. The Cyclone's rather out of position for this. The Oracle should come in and kill this off, but it's going to be a long road for MicroMachine to rebuild, it would appear. 3 Marauders and a Medivac is interesting harassment potential. But yeah, this is looking kind of tough here. Looks like MicroMachine's now going to be the bot that's panicking. Obstrat detected, panic mode activated. I don't know if that's the fact that MicroMachine saw the shield batteries or what. No, it didn't see the shield batteries. How does it know? Okay, it saw the fleet beacon. That's what triggered it. It believes carriers are OP. Yeah, so I don't know what MicroMachine's gonna do or what panic mode entails, but right now it looks like MicroMachine has just taken too much damage this game. Sharkbot transitioning away, turtling up, seems to be in a rather good spot, and I don't know what MicroMachine could really do to come back in this position. Just hope that there's some fundamental cross section. I'm trying to think of that term. What's like the weak point in a car? There's some fatal flaw that Sharkbot has, which is going to allow MicroMachine just to somehow come back in this game, whether it be Sharkbot maybe just rallying units across the map and dying. But as we see a third Nexus and Tempest production kick in, we're seeing Sharkbot seems to have the stuff. MicroMachine does move out with this Cyclone. It's going to lock onto that Oracle. Killing that off would be good. Looks like it will get it. So great success there, but then the concern is Tempest are going to be on the way for MicroMachine, and while Tempest are much more brittle than they used to be, one basing against a Protoss who's on 3 bases, building Tempest is not going to be an easy task, particularly when you don't have Magfield Accelerator on that Cyclone. If there's Magfield Accelerator, I say this one Cyclone out on the map can totally just hold the torch, but as we see, this Cyclone already takes 1 Tempest shot, having to run away from the Void Rin Stalker. If that Cyclone dies, it is going to be a big uh-oh, and oh no, there's the big uh-oh for MicroMachine, as Sharkbot, I think, is going to be our victor here with pushing MicroMachine back home. There was another starport built for MicroMachine. There looks like there's reactor production kicking in, but 1 base reactor Vikings. I don't know against double Tempest production when the Cyclone's already gone down like maybe in some universe, a human player could win in this situation. Like if I took over right now, who knows, I might still lose. Never underestimate my ability to throw. But say a Grandmaster Terran or something takes over, he can probably exploit the bot to this extent. Just sort of pull the Cyclones back, build up a couple Vikings, take a favorable trade. But as we see, MicroMachine's gonna almost lose that one Cyclone. Should repair it. There is 2 Vikings on the way. But yeah, I get the feeling that MicroMachine is not going to be able to handle this. The one Viking being out is a good start. There should be a second Viking out soon. Maybe a third and fourth Viking. That could do it. We'll see as this one Viking needs a shot. Our SCV is going to repair this Viking. That's another part of the question. Cyclone moving forward too. These units doing their derpy dance. This sharkbot is continuously just rallying more units across the map. And this bot seems to have it programmed into it. Went ahead, get more ahead, build more Nexus. As a 4th Nexus on the way at a rather speedy time. There was even that tectonic stabilizers, which was researched by these Tempests. They will just own everything that is in the form of a building, as they also own that Cyclone. Not that tectonic stabilizer affects Cyclones or affect versus unit damage, but yeah, this is looking rather rough here. 4 Tempest in the base. I'm pretty sure MicroMachine is Dundee's, Crocodile Dundee's, as yeah. This is going to be the end for MicroMachine. The Tempest, the Void Ray, there's literally no answer here. It's what? 1 Marine and 2 Vikings somewhere for the anti-air. The Vikings and MicroMachine are like, just fine. It'll get better, I promise. Yeah, leave a like on this video, ladies and gentlemen. I know it was a shorter match, but chose to cast it nonetheless. Subscribe, hit that bell icon, join the Bell Gang. Consider becoming a member if you do want to support this sort of bots content. And yeah, join the Discord. That's linked down below. Lets you get all the good announcements for tournaments, pro talks, that kind of stuff. As we see, MicroMachine gonna be running away with the SCVs. Never give up, never surrender. Take that as a life lesson from MicroMachine. Run, SCVs, run away. Run. Just keep running. There's better times ahead, I promise. The 2 Marauders and the 1 SCV trying to run away. Who will be the last survivor? We got the 2 Vikings still alive. They're hiding out. We got 3 supply depots, a barracks, and a tech lab. I think it's just going to be defeat by elimination. MicroMachine is not going to GG out. It is gonna make sharkbot work for this victory and kill all those buildings. GG.